Commonwealth Chapel, a missional community, is what other churches might call a small group, with one added component, and that's the missional piece. We act as missionaries. Just as a missionary might go overseas, they become ingrained in their community. Our goal is to be the feet of Jesus. If you think about John 1:14, the Message version says, "The Word became flesh and moved into the neighborhood." And that's all we want to do, is just be Jesus to the north side of Richmond.
Rather than just meeting in somebody's house and rather than just getting together with a few people, what we want to do is impact the area by going out and meeting with the people and speaking with the people and giving to the people and doing for the people. I think that, that's our biggest heart's desire here.
Our missional community has been meeting for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. And through time, had the opportunity to meet Wendy McKay from Embrace Richmond. They are an organization that serves the homeless population, helping them transition from homelessness into housing. Wendy was the one that introduced me to Rush and Charles, and they started coming to our missional community, and it has been such an awesome experience. My eyes are opened every day in how I view a homeless person, for example, or how I view a drug dealer or perceived drug dealer on the street.
I come to the missional community basically because it's an opportunity for me to learn. It allows me to see that it's not just a black religion or a black community that's spiritual. It allows me to see how the white community grows spiritually and to help me, fit in a population that I normally felt that I didn't fit into. I've been in my drug usage for 30-some years. I was an addict. I ran the streets. I stole. I stayed in and out of jails. I stayed within my black neighborhood, except when I committed a crime. God allows me to be me today. He is my life. He provides, He guides me. The missional community helps me see God more by seeing it in other people, to seeing the struggles, the hard times, the good times. I pretty much looked at for hard times to be in a black community. I look for unemployment to be in a black community, and to hear people pray about God and speak about God and please God help me get out of that. To see it going on in a white community, in a white setting, it allows me to know that we all equal, we all have the same problems, and that God provides and be there for all.
My first time, I was kind of like shocked because this was my first time being around a community that really care about the community, I was out in the street like Charles, but I was a little bit more, gang materialized, so my kind of lifestyle out there was like never knowing that I'm gonna get my head blowed off or get shot or get dropped, and thank God for, opening the door and open my eyes and having people, to believe in me. I see things, that I never thought I'd see before, I see things that I never thought I would live to see before, and I still had to think about others, so because they gave me, I got to give them.
And it just doesn't stop with the community. It's like we're a family now, so we might talk about what's going on with each other before the group. And we sit around, we talk about what's going on, and we laugh and joke, and I like that. It gives me a chance to open up, to relax, to not always be on guard, because coming from my background, I tend to be on guard. I tend to always look behind me, and when we all together and we laugh and we're joking, I'm just at peace. We pretty much now come to be a family.
National Night Out was a blast. This is an opportunity throughout the nation and throughout our city where the community comes together in order to get to know one another in hopes that it will help prevent crime.
We prayed and we all came together in the fact that we wanted to strategically minister to the kids. We were talking about it, my wife and I, afterwards, and she even brought up one point where she said, I remember one of the kids running up to us and asking, how much are the games? And we said it was free, and their faces just lit up.
The first time I did something like that. You know, I like to see people coming together, regardless of what organization.
A handful of kids that kept coming back, you know, by the end of the evening, I mean, they helped us clean up, they helped us up, they wanted to be a part.
Where we might not know today what those impacts were, the impact later on, we'll find out when we get to heaven.